keep an eye on what's going on. Always keep an eye on your competition. So we noticed that new companies were suddenly getting interested in direct marketing. Big companies like Coca-Cola, IBM, they became clients of ours. And I thought, oh, well, I don't care what kind of business you're going into, you need to keep an eye on what's going on in the market. And it can be a big market or a small market. And you have to think about, what are you going to offer that's going to make people happier than your competitor offers? And it can be any kind of business. I'll give you an example. I used to live in a big house before my last divorce in Somerset. And I used to go and work in London in Mayfair. And I'd catch the train back, and on the way back on a Friday, we'd pass two fish and chip shops in Bridgewater. And one always had a big queue outside it, and the other one didn't. And why? Because the one that had a big queue outside it used to offer a lot more chips than the other one. They weren't any better in theory. Yeah? What did it mean that they offered a lot more chips? They got more customers. What did that mean? It meant that their fish was fresher because they were selling more fish. Eventually, the other business went broke. So it can be a tiny little thing that makes the difference. I'll give you another example. A mail order company used to sell women's clothes. And they used to, when they sent the clothes out, they would also send out a beautiful garment bag, which they hadn't mentioned in their advertising. So it was a lovely surprise. So try and think of, if you're looking at what you're trying to do, try and think of what you can offer that other people don't offer. And it can sometimes be quite simple. Yeah? So that's the next thing. The next thing is, having decided what you're going to do and it's working, keep an eye on what's going on. Always keep an eye on your competition. So we noticed that new companies were suddenly getting interested in direct marketing. Big companies like Coca-Cola, IBM, they became clients of ours. And I thought, oh, we'll stop going after the mail order people because they know what they're doing. We'll start going after the big companies that don't have a clue and have lots of money.
Yeah.
And so in no time at all, from being flat, none of us had a penny. We were all desperately broke when we started. One of my partners, his sole possessions were a clapped out Volvo, which had one front seat missing. And he used to wear a pinstripe jacket with a rip down the back, one pair of jeans and a pair of boots, and that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were absolutely desperate. But all of a sudden, within a relatively small period of time, we were doing well, and we started getting these big companies.